Welcome, dingers. That's right. Trip ding. And Trey's fucking around again, acting like he's frozen, even though I can see him blink and he's moving quite. What you need to do is, if you're going to do that, you just slightly drink and then you just go.
You're freaking me out, man. You're looking like that dude who stares into the camera for like hours on end. He just sits there and stares at the camera. Yeah, just like that. Like there's a time like he just sits there and he pees himself, and you can see the pee rolling down, and he's there like.
He should have went to the piss closet.
No, you just have a bucket underneath. I'll never play World of Warcraft.
He's sitting on his floor just like this. And you just
Tino has a Shiwi under his desk.
Hey, man. Open wide mouth Gatorade bottles, dog.
No, you just have a piss bucket, man. Y'all never played World of Warcraft, did you? And run raids?
No.
Pussies.
I played Call of Duty in real life.
Pussies.
Yeah. Not even real men. We had an interesting time this even on SmackDown and Raw. I mean, Raw was still at like 3:00, and I was surprised, and I got to watch it before I had to go on air for our sports show on our sister. Is it sister, brother, whatever the fuck it? It's the other guys, Angry Meat Productions, that I help out. Anyways, it was actually interesting this week. I mean, they did the whole John Cena, Cody Rhodes.
Tired of it. It's the same exact shit every week.
It really is.
I'm over it.
But what's really messed up is I've been looking at videos of the after show people putting up. Like, because Cody Rhodes and CM Punk were messing around with Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm.
That was so interesting. I was like, why is this not on air? What?
It's those matches.
Yeah, you asked me about that dark match too.
Yeah, because I've been getting like videos. I thought it was like it has to be like really, really old because apparently Gunther lost his title to CM Punk.
But it was a house show.
They
got crazy shit.
The house shows still count.
Well, no, they count, but house shows can get away with so much more. Like there's like there's videos upon videos, even compilations of house shows where it's like.
Was it a house show or was it just after Raw where they were trying to get the Taker-Rooney?
I'm pretty sure it was a house show.
Yeah, they spent like 2 hours in the ring trying to get Undertaker to do the Spinner-Rooney.
Yeah,
they had
that was after. That was after Raw.
Was after Raw?
Yeah.
There's house shows like where Undertaker's grabbing bottles of water and throwing it on his head and doing the Ultimate Warrior, running back and forth, and then you have like just like CM Punk coming out in a towel to fight people.
Well, my funniest one was when I went to a match. It was Stone Cold Steve Austin and Undertaker, and dude, it was so much fun. Just because one, you didn't have the cameras. Two, they were just. I mean, you see Stone Cold getting his beers, and Undertaker jumps up and grabs one and just pops it and just walks away. Oh, dude, it was so good.
They had there was a clip of Taker where he was doing a tag match at a house show, and they said that they used that to teach people how to behave and perform outside of the ring while you're waiting on that hot tag and stuff like that. Like, which Taker said he's glad it was a house show because that completely was a character break for him.
Yeah,
like he was never that hot tag.
Yeah, because
running back and forth
is more. Even American Badass, it would be a weird one because he's stone. He's I can't really say he's just unemotional.
Everything's slow and calculated with him.
Yeah.
You know?
And then you have something like that, and you're like, what?
Even the tags, everything, dude. Like when
Yeah.
you're ready to tag in, when you're not ready to tag in, certain slaps to the knee, certain hand claps, certain back thing. I mean, everything's just calculated. These
You
things
could do like
never-
Eddie Guerrero and move the string to the middle of the rope.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was hilarious.
The one who taught me the tag team one was or the tag one, especially because it helps so much. Like when you're telling the story in the ring, was when I was in Booker T school for a little bit, where I was just going over there because I was getting work. Yeah, he was all like, "Yeah, palm up, you're ready. Palm down, you're not." And that's how you work, you kid. Because then you gotta do this, get the blind tag and all this. I'm all like, that makes sense. Oh yeah.
He was a pretty good tag team wrestler before his singles run.
Well, a lot of
he was
them
pretty
start
good
in tag team.
Say again?
A lot of them start in tag team.
Yeah.
They started. They always start in like either like a group or a tag team, just so they can get their rounds in. I mean, every one of them's been a tag team at one point.
I've never really been all the way back to like the Four Horsemen and shit, dude. I've never been like a fan of factions or stables or whatever.
I mean, they're necessary.
I know they are, and I mean, I've liked some of them, but I've never been a fan as like the whole, the idea as a whole. I mean, I love the NWO Wolfpack. I love DX, and yeah, those were factions, but it I don't know, like the Judgment Day. That's just,
I mean,
it's a bunch of nerds, dude.
All these factions, all these groups, factions, stables, they all were from the Clique. They're all from BSK. They're all from the WCW cliques. They had what was it? They're called Road Warriors or something like that because they're always humping these roads. And like all these guys just got into that. That's how you got all these cliques. The Judgment Day is an exception because these guys knew each other, but were thrown together and made it work, at least till now.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing. A reason why they have to they partner them up and everything is if they can work well as a team at times, then they could work with other wrestlers as a solo act.
No, yeah, if you notice, it's always these older guys that take these young guys under their wing and show them just how to work, how like I said, hump these roads, how to step up their game.
I guess it's like with somebody, look at Judgment Day. You got Liv, who obviously can work on her own. She's a multiple time champion. Dom can work on his own. Absolutely, but never works. He's more like just a fucking ring rat at this point. Like he's just being outside doing dirt.
I mean, you are absolutely correct on that one.
I haven't seen what's her name, Raquel Rodriguez. I haven't seen her except for 2 or 3 times.
V is a phenomenal worker, dude. I love her. I miss her.
Yeah,
that tall bitch. I miss her. She's awesome, dude. I've done a good number of shows with her on the indies. Gosh, she's just like, she's still so young in essence in the business, but because her dad was like a journeyman, it was one of those things like she was made for the business, dude.
Who's her
dad?
Female.
He was I'm not gonna say jobber, I'm gonna say hand in WCW. I know he's like El Desperado, and then like he was always like a luchador type deal.
Okay.
Who's Ryan Mew Mew the heel?
Oh, that's my Ryan. That's my ninja. That guy. He does a wrestling podcast, but he does wrestling and shoes. Like if you want to know anything about shoes, like Jordans or just anything, like Ryan is the man. Like
shout his podcast out.
Ninja, what up? Well, he's mainly goes on as Ryan the heel, Ryan Meow Meow the heel. He always goes on like late, dude, which is cool because where he lives. But if you ever want to know anything about, something we don't cover on wrestling, or if you want to know anything about shoes, like when they drop, limited edition, stuff like that, type in Ryan the Heel. You'll pull him up. And awesome guy. I love you, Ryan. Text me to get a chance, you piece of shit. Anyways,
what's his podcast?
what? That's
Not his podcast.
What is it? Brian Mew Mew the Heel?
What's Ryan the Heel? Hold on. I'm pulling it up because I was actually checking him out the other day. Not the other day, yesterday.
While Chino does the Googles.
Yeah. I got sidetracked in my own mind. Now okay, did you watch
LFG?
Yeah, LFG.
Yeah, they finally did this week what I wanted them to do, and that was get the guys in the ring that haven't been in yet. You got people over there that have 2 or 3 matches on the show already, and then you got people that haven't wrestled at all. So they finally got them in. The main event was Booker T's big guy, I can't remember his name, versus Evander Holyfield's son.
Okay.
And dude, they threw down. It was a great match. The women's match between this other Bailey, this dude, I don't know. We could do an episode on that. Pull up the Bailey chick from LFG.
So really quick, it's Ryan Meow Meow the Heel, also at Ryan the Heel _ Meow 2X. So give it a shout out. Yeah, dude. Like if you go, like he has like he's on it, dude. Like he
Bailey what?
No, it's
I don't
Bailey.
know.
I know what you're talking about.
Bailey LFG. Just search that. She'll come up. She's on the Undertaker's team. And dude, this woman has the strangest body I've ever seen in my life. She's ripped with like muscles coming down over her kneecaps, and I mean lats like out to here, freaking arms are all vascular and stuff. And then she's got a freaking 4-pound double chin.
Okay. Here's the thing. I've actually seen that, and apparently the chin and the face muscles are hard to work out. If you're ever like really that big, there's a woman in town that had the same thing when I was working up at Walmart. I asked her that. I was like, okay, you're ripped. What happened with your face? I'm not trying to be mean or anything. She's like, the face is the chin is a crazy workout.
Dude, I don't know. Like
it's one. She even said, she's like, I worked my ass to the bone, and it was I couldn't do the face all too well. I have to, if she wanted to, she would have to do surgery.
It's crazy looking, man. It's almost like you took a different head and put it on this Brock Lesnar woman body.
It always freaks me out. But yeah, that's her right there.
Dude, she's fucking ripped. Like she's got a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Dude, she's like one of those, like, I'm not talking shit because you know what? I'm not there, so I'm not talking shit. But like, yeah, dude, like she's got a phenomenal body, dude. And then it's like, I think we wasted enough creative wrestler points on the body and not the face.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying to be a dick. I'm just saying it because phenomenal, dude. I mean, and that's the thing is that if she can, God damn, bro, thank you, sir. If she can work it, which it looks like she really can, that's not gonna matter, dude. Trust me. Look at once again, not talking shit. Look at people like Luna Vachon. Not
must
the
just be
greatest
something
person.
about chicks named Bailey in the WWE. They just got ugly face.
Not the greatest person to look at, but could work. Had a great body. Look at Nicole Bass. Nicole Bass was this bodybuilder, phenomenal built body, just Greek goddess type body. But looked like she got hit in the fucking face with a 2x4 a couple of times.
They can't all be.
I'm not going to look at it. I get that. But I'm just making an observation.
I get that. They can't all be Trish Stratus, but
Yeah.
But that's what makes female wrestling awesome, dude. Because if you had nothing but Trish Stratus, it's cookie cutter, cookie cutter, cookie cutter, cookie cutter.
Well, that's what happened back during the when the women's title first came around, and all like the Divas Championship. You know, the only one that wasn't blonde haired, you know, beauty was the first one to do Playboy actually in China.
Yeah.
And even Ryan has said
he won the Intercontinental.
Maybe Ryan could do a China gimmick later or something like that, you
know. China only won the Intercontinental, right?
Yeah.
No, she was women's champion.
Was she?
She was women's
Stephanie beat her
for a while.
I know she was Intercontinental because she was the only female to hold the Intercontinental. She was the only, at the time anyways, female to win a Royal Rumble, a male Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, dude. And then she ended up doing midget porn and wrestler porn.
Money.
That's crazy. Jesus.
So, really quick, I know why you're looking at him, Dave. I called it. Natural disasters being inducted to the Hall of Fame.
You did.
And that's the thing, dude. Like, I saw that. I was all like, "Oh, Uncle Fred made it! Uncle Fred made it!" Dude, he's got to come out in the tugboat outfit with the little red and white stripes, the little hat,
the fucking Navy hat, yeah.
Of course, obviously, I don't know who. Maybe John Tenta's son will induct him. I don't know, because John Tenta passed.
What if Tenta's son comes out in the mask?
Wait, which mask? Oh, the Golga mask?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that'd be like great. We got to see ICP at the Hall of Fame. Great.
But yeah, you're right, Trey. She was the first to have the Women's World Championship.
Yep.
In WWE.
And then once they got away from that, then it turned to the Divas Championship, which was.
Then
all
they
right, cool.
changed it back
Let's
to
throw
the
a butterfly on this bitch and let's see what happens. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, and then I mean, nothing against Charlotte Flair at all. I love her to death. She's probably my favorite female out there besides Rhea, but that's what it was. They were all Charlotte Flairs. They were all that tall, thin blonde with huge boobs. And some of them moved really well, Some of them were there because of their looks.
It was one of those things where I'm partial to Jordan because, like I said, I've seen that little girl grow up since she was 14 years old. As a chubby cheerleader in high school, traveling with a bunch of adults, going to shows, and all of us protecting her, making sure no one messed with her. And now looked as serious as that. And then, of course, she's married to Jonathan. I love him, the American Octopus. I love Gresham. I got to work him a couple of times. Great guy. But I'm partial to her. And she's another one. I mean, but she doesn't have a beautiful face, but she's just jacked and cut and ripped. And dude, like, what? That's why Scott Steiner said, yeah, you can have, because she was also known as Big Mama Pump.
Big Mama Pump?
Yeah, and she had the chainmail. She would come out with the chainmail.
Oh, fuck.
She would come out with it. And she got the blessing from Scott Steiner.
Well, she had a great match. She wrestled God, why can't I remember these people's names, dude? The little cheerleader chick from the Titans. And it was Bayley's first match. So they worked through it together, dude. They worked well. The second women's match, it was not great. There was a missed Hurricane Rana, and I mean, you know how bad that looks.
It's not a Hurricane Rana. It's a Frankensteiner. Damn it.
Don't hurt the Frankensteiner like that.
Hey, man, don't say Hurricane in front of Scott. He legitimately will throw something at you.
So this chick jumps up, throws her legs. She only gets her legs up to probably about the bottom of old girl's ribs.
Oh.
And completely slips off, almost lands on her head. She barely she scorpions her head around, and then there was like a pause, and her opponent was like, "Oh shit," and threw herself forward to do the flip.
See, that's what makes me mad, dude. Is that like if the move is botched, don't go with it. I understand like you're kind of trained to do that, but if it's botched, recover it. Cover it up
brush your shoulders off from where you missed.
She fell like that, and that's when you dust yourself off like, couldn't tell you couldn't take me down, and then jump on her, make sure she's okay. Squeeze the hand. Squeeze the hand. You good? You good? You good? Yeah, you good? Okay, cool. Shit like that, dude. But
yeah, you got to make sure.
All I know is that
they're not.
I love that picture they have of John Cena when he was doing his promo and he's crying. Like you see the tears in his eyes, and it's like, you're really hating this fucking heel run, aren't you, brother?
I'm over it, dude.
Dude,
I'm telling you.
Okay, look.
But I just never gave a fuck about John Cena. I didn't care.
Hey, man, you didn't care because you couldn't see him. Now you can see him.
You know what thing that's kind of more or less pissing me off right now, though, is the triple threat match they're trying to pull off with the women's championship.
Oh, with Rhea?
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
No, you're right. It does make sense. But the way it's going out to it, it's just, I mean, they need to get better writers.
I'm calling it right now. Night one is going to start with a triple threat and end with a triple threat.
Well, they're not doing we don't know if they're doing the triple threat right now because Rhea's got her a rematch.
Here's my prediction on this, how this is going to go down.
If you say that if what's her name? The
Io
one
Sky?
No, the one that won the
Bianca?
Oh, Bianca Belair.
Yeah, Belair. If she's gonna mess with the match and it's gonna go over, and then that's when they're gonna do the triple threat match.
Night one is going to start with a triple threat and end with a triple threat.
I think the match is going to end in either a DQ or a double count out, and Bianca's gonna be like, "All right, so I'm not fighting either one of them. What are we doing?" And he's gonna be like, "Well, now you got to fight both of them."
Start with a triple threat, end with a triple. I'm calling it. Some of them are pretty good in my calling shit. I know I've had bad ones, but I mean it's gonna start and end with a triple threat.
Yeah, but we don't notice it or care.
And during LFG, I text y'all about it, but HBK did tell one of the guys, he was like, "Hey," it was in a preview for next week's episode. He said, "Hey, this man right here is going to headline WrestleMania this year. You might want to listen to him." And it was Gunther.
Oh, yeah. That was,
I don't think he will headline a WrestleMania, but not this one.
No, he's headlining.
Because
it's 2 days. It's 2 days. So they could do the headlining.
He's not doing night two. We all know night two is Cody and Cena.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's going to probably be night one.
Night one, no. There's no way they would give away the storyline like that.
Well, that's the thing about doing 2 days instead of 1 day.
No, yeah, but I mean,
what if it just made it through editing? I mean, they didn't catch it. I used to produce podcasts, dude. Shit like that happens.
No, I know, but you know how many people get fired for that? So here's what I'm thinking.
If it happens more than once, but yeah.
I just want to see the match. But at the end of the day, all right, let me phrase it this way. If it doesn't, night one doesn't start with a triple threat, it was going to start with Gunther and Jay.
I can see him starting with it.
That's what I meant.
And I'm thinking night two. If I'm being realistic, night two will probably start with the men's triple threat. Because as of right now, even Punk said he's like, at this point, I don't care about headlining WrestleMania right now anymore. Honestly, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to be in a company that actually gives a fuck about me. And you know what? Wherever they put me on the card, hell, I'll start WrestleMania out if they want me to. And I'm
not
all
mad
like,
at that.
but yeah, that
Okay, another thing is what's with that one kid and Bubba Ray? He hates that kid.
Oh, that kid's gone.
Is he really?
Yeah. He's probably going to be back on the next season or whatever. He may come back this season, but for right now, he's gone. Bubba Ray just hates him because he's cocky and he doesn't listen.
Yeah.
He does his own shit.
You think he's a ringer? Just to put a little bit of drama into the show?
Probably.
Because it kind of seems that way to me.
Probably. How about that new watered down coffee luchador though?
I told y'all 2 weeks ago that WWE trademarked the name El Grande Americano for Chad Gable. I told you all that. And then he comes out and I'm all like, God, I wish I could see the look on their faces. Fuck, I wish I could see the look on their faces. All bullshit set aside, I like it. I really do. Because Chad Gable is a legit mechanic in the business. He is a worker. He can work any style you give him.
I've been waiting for this.
And still pull off heel shit.
Yeah.
And any
Wait, who's a rat bastard?
Joe. And he hopes he stubs his big toe for standing up.
What that woman say?
Her work husband, Josh, called her.
Oh,
Josh and
right.
Charles, Josh. He's got all the tea from the latest dinner meeting.
No.
Yeah, no, it's an awesome, it's yes, it's Chad Gable, but it's kind of a breath of life right now for him. It's something, because I mean, he's doing the what is it, the Alpha Academy or American Academy or some shit like that. But at the end of the day,
Team
like,
America,
it's something for him.
American made. There we go.
Yeah.
American made. There you go. And it's just, I was telling Madcap earlier how a lot of people were all pissed off about his graphic, about how they were like, oh, Americano, Grande Americano, he did this and this and this, and they used all the AI footage because you can see like the hands are all messed up and stuff like that. And even Dave was all like, man, can't people just fucking be happy that we got a new storyline and we got a good wrestler? Or what the fuck?
It's actually a good storyline. I like the a little bit of comedy in my stuff. And very rarely do you get comedy in wrestling, and you want to know who's like gonna be. I mean, Kurt Angle did it. It was really hilarious. R-Truth, Salvino.
R-Truth is a national treasure.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
That man's Twitter and Instagram is insane.
No, Ryan, I know. People thought it was Ray Phoenix. Hell, I thought it was Ray Phoenix. And I was like, no, wait, he's kind of small to be Phoenix. And now Ray Phoenix signed. So
yeah. But
well,
I can't wait. I can't wait to see the next comedic stuff of that stuff. I'm actually paying attention to that. The El Grande Americano.
I'm a fan of the luchador stuff anyway. Like, I've always loved that style. And I'll tell you what, dude, the main event between Braun Breaker and Penta.
Oh,
Penta is slowly becoming my favorite wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
And those two motherfuckers, again, Braun Breaker, again, brought the fucking house down. Like,
dude,
man, that kid is fucking great.
No, yeah.
And I can't,
Penta,
like I said,
Penta's a savage.
I can't wait for his cousin to show up against Scott's son. And they like I said, they may be, Breaking Stein or Braun Breaking or I don't know. I threw names out there. Me and my buddies were talking on another podcast, and we were talking and we were just throwing names back and forth, and it was just like, oh, all right, yeah, this, that. But that those kids are that's a future right there. Penta has always been. It's funny, dude, because when he has his mask off, he looks like a chorizo, dude. Like, you're like, hey, bro, you look like Dungeons and Dragons level 77 warlocks.
Same thing with freaking Rey Mysterio Jr. Rey Mysterio, when he had his mask off in WCW, I was like, They
He
got
looks younger than Dom does now.
God,
And the
yeah.
thing about it is that like a lot of the promo, like the shoe promos or like the documentaries you see, a lot of them are like, hell, we told Ray to keep his mask off. As good as he looked, as baby as he looked, all these girls are coming up to him. He was pulling all kinds of hoes for us.
They posted a video the other day of Penta getting into his rental car without his mask and shit on.
Yeah, they're all screaming, "Cero miedo," and he's all like,
Yeah.
dude, he's legit as he's a dude.
Really?
Yeah, man. I got to work on one time in Laredo. It was fun.
That dude can go, bro. And like I love watching him.
I want to see him and Chelsea Green recreate their match. It won't happen. I get it. But if you've never seen that match, you need to watch it.
I haven't.
It's in Lucha Underground.
Okay.
It's Penta when he was Penta Dark.
Okay.
And all his gear was all dark. And Chelsea Green had another name. It was like Raven or Raken and dude, they beat the Chelsea Green is doing things in this match. You're like, I didn't wait. What? Whoa, who is this? This ain't Chelsea Green. You're like, oh, this bitch can go. Like she can go.
I don't know if Braun Breaker is going to be is a contender for world champion yet.
I think he's gonna have maybe SummerSlam he drops his title to go to contendership for the main strap.
Well, for the storyline, I think what's going to happen is John Cena is going to get the belt at WrestleMania. Then Roman Reigns is going to go after John Cena. And then after that, it's going to be... hopefully it's not a repeat of Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. I think it's like hopefully it's someone else. It'd be nice. I believe you, Ryan, about him being a future champ, but I don't think it's going to be his time for right now. I think maybe about 2 more years, or maybe a year and a half. Yes, he's probably going to do that, but it's going to be a while.
I'm still going with my theory. I know it's off the wall and it's crazy. Like I said, Cody retains WrestleMania.
So.
John Cena realizes this heel turn was for nothing. This heel turn, and he's sorry. Cody turns heel. Cena chases him for the rest of the year. Cena finally wins it and then retires in the ring and gives the belt to H.
I don't know, man.
That's far.
I know, dude. It's like the stars have to align and the chakras have to be there and people got to get their essential oils and their stones, and I get that. But I mean, I'm calling that.
I mean, that's almost sacrificing a goat.
Here's the thing: is that
it's I can't even say it's Alex Jones ish because sometimes he has like rings.
Damn. The frogs are gay. The frogs are gay. Damn it. Alex Jones is a different beast, dude. He's. Anyways,
there's a pizza parlor in Washington D.C.
The water's making them gay.
They're taking kids underground and they're turning them into mincemeat and they're fucking the mincemeat.
Dude, doing the what the hell episodes. Someone sent me a list of stuff that Etsy was doing pizza. It was a new Pizzagate type stuff.
Oh shit.
But all the ones they Etsy found, they got rid of, so you can't track them. For a minute there, I tracked them, and I was trying to save all the stuff on it because you would order a pizza with whatever fixings that you want for like $5,000.
Jesus Christ!
No, I'm good.
Yeah, it was weird, but it got
$6.98 Little Caesars. I'm good.
Yeah.
So I decided not to, after picking up my shotgun today, I decided the best thing for me to do would probably not be to drive and go meet Grand Tiger to pick up my mask.
Why?
Because God forbid I get pulled over with that mask and this fucking shotgun.
Oh, dude, you stop being.
Wait,
being
no,
honest.
wait. Officer, this is a huge misunderstanding. I do content media for Black Rifle Coffee. We actually have the dragon flares that I have to take to Matt. If you want me to, I can call Matt right now. The mask is for the San Antonio Brahmas, like support for the team. It's a San Antonio, company now, or it's been a San Antonio company. Dude, it's the way you spin it, dude. It's all how
This
you
is on the way to Bernie, bro.
No. What you just gotta understand is you look dead in the cop's eye. Is like, have you ever had your balls rubbed by a beard? I'm just saying.
And kids, that's how you land in federal prison.
I'm telling you, as somebody who's a former cop for 6 years, that would not have gone the way you wanted it to.
Yeah. I was about to say, like,
over.
I don't know. Maybe if it was Horgan, I don't know.
Nah, he was a narc.
Oh, he was SWAT though.
He was a narc. He had the beard.
Now, another thing we wanted to talk about, and it's not really talked about much, is the thing behind the ring, the who's behind the ring, managers, writers, mostly the writers though, because I was watching the Frederick Prinze Jr. interview. I didn't know for the longest time, and this is like 2 years ago. I found out that he was a writer for WWE.
Yeah, dude. He was
And
a writer.
even,
Like, the thing about it is that for the longest time, when WWE was going through that slump, like when Punk was there that first time, and they had just had bad storylines. It's because they had writers who were like came from like basketball, from football, from MLB, from soccer. These kind of writers who like they would write about the teams or whatever, but they brought them in to bring storylines, and it's like how am I going to convey to someone, hey, this is how we should do it, and they're like, no, I don't like that. I'm going to write this. Like, no. Guys like Freddie Prinze who like actually love the business. Guys who were like, oh man,
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah. Who is the other guy? There was another comedian.
Well, there was guys like Road Dogg. Road Dogg's phenomenal creative writer, agent, new beautiful agent. Arn Anderson, beautiful agent. Like Steamboat, beautiful agent. These guys are like just waterfalls of knowledge. But these writers are like, no, it doesn't make, no, I don't like that. No, like now the writers like, all right, they go to the agent. What do you think? And this, boom, 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 boom. Granted, not everything's been a hit. Not everything's been a hit, but for the most part, wrestling is back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Trey?
How much do you think is it like old versus new, where Vince would be changing shit at the last second, like when you're in Gorilla? How much do you think Paul's doing that now?
Nah, unless it's like necessary, like Punk coming back. When Punk came back, which kind of sucked because that was Randy Orton's return. And then everyone was waiting for, like, we were waiting for it. We knew it was going to happen. And then the show's going to go off the air. You see the credits at the bottom. And then, like, I'm not going to lie. I was a little girl. I was like, oh my God. Candy was like, we get it. You had a cup of coffee with him in Chicago. Shut your whore mouth. Anyways, fucking, so stuff like that, yeah, because like people don't know. They like when the Hardys came back for that one WrestleMania, people didn't know.
Yeah,
they sneak them.
That stuff I actually really like.
But as far as like the writers now, are people who are like have many hats, like a Heyman, a Scrap Daddy, and all this. Yes, they're general managers on screen, or they're prominent figures on screen, but behind the scenes, they're also help writing. They're also getting that girl.
Is Al Snow still around? Is he still writing? Al Snow.
He runs OVW, dude.
Okay.
He runs OVW.
What's his name? Road Dogg. He's a writer now too.
He's going to be head of creative for SmackDown now. And a lot of people were like, oh, SmackDown sucked when he originally did it, and this and that. And a bunch of people came to his defense like, no, screw you. He was a great writer, great head of content or creative content, but he had Vince always shutting him down at the last second, literally 5-10 minutes before they went on the air. He'd always change this and that and that, this, that, and this. And that's what made Road Dogg look bad as a content creator, not content, but as a head of creative.
Yeah.
Because he even said, like, I was
famous for that shit.
Yeah. Road Dogg even says that he was he sucked as a wrestler.
I don't know how. Well, because he was a good heater on the mic.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, love you, dog. I'll see you later on, bro. On your stream. Until then, tell me I said what's up. So he was a great mouthpiece. There you go. He was a great mouthpiece. He could turn a shit sandwich into chicken salad.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, he was really good on the mic. I loved him on the mic.
He was also one of those who was behind the ring because he was Jeff Jarrett's manager.
Yeah.
Who's the black comedian whose name would start with a P?
Patrice O'Neal?
Yeah. He was a writer too.
Yes, he was.
He got fired. He got fired because he had to go to one of his shows, do that, and Vince hiring him back like a couple of days later.
Yeah, Patrice O'Neal was a writer. He even said, he's all like, man, fucking Vince, that motherfucker made my diabetes go up. Like, you know, kinds of shit like that, dude. R.I.P. Patrice. Yeah, there's been different people that have been like, if you go look at the list of writers, you're like, something not WWE related. I don't know if you know who this guy is. Come to find out, Delirious is now going to be taking over head of creative at TNA, which means he will have some say with the TNA guys and girls are going to be doing WWE shows.
Huh.
If you know who Delirious is, look him up. Great. That dude is like legit. You think he's retarded, but he's just really funny.
I'm looking at the list right now of writers. Not a lot of people hated Vince Russo.
Vince Russo can fucking die.
Add another one to your list, David.
Let's put it this way. He is a smug, arrogant.
Io Sky's a writer?
When she was off screen. Like when she was injured.
Okay.
Vince Russo is the reason WCW died. But at the same time, too, that's one of those conspiracy theories where he was sent by Vince to kill WCW.
See, I knew Diamond Dallas Page.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that one. Bret Hart.
Those are probably all contractual. Like they had say so in what happened with their characters.
Okay, you're gonna have to help me with this one. It's Jimena Sanchez. Jimena.
How you spell it?
Jimena?
Jimena.
Jimena.
Oh, Jimena. Oh, okay. God. I'm from Texas, but I've never really learned Mexican.
Hey man, that's why you got your token beater.
Yeah.
And I can say it YouTube because I am one. I just can't say the other word because I gotta go. I can't say the other word because if I do, then I gotta pull out my 23andMe.
I can say it because I'm part of the Border Patrol.
Oh, you definitely can say it then. Yeah.
Oh man.
And Trey can say it because Louisiana. So
you know how many
I got a nephew. I'm good.
You know how many people that are like full Mexican that work at the Border Patrol? It's freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
I had a guy. He worked with us in corrections, and then he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go back to Border Patrol." I was like, "All right, I don't know. You're my friend. That's why I'm gonna tell you this." Okay. We'll hang out when we come in. We did hang out for a little bit, and then he just kept on doing Border Patrol. But he sounded more Mexican than Texan.
I'm not mad at it, dude. I'll support every one of those guys. Well, fuck what color they are.
No, with Jimena, she's a legit journalist, sports journalist for like for like Fox Deportes.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking
okay.
at.
She's a model. She's banging, dude. She's like 40. She's like 5'3".
Hold on, let me.
5'2", 5'2", or whatever. But like she has a mind for the business, dude. Like she has a legit mind for the business. Guys like Noble. God, I love seeing Noble on TV whenever he comes out. I'm sorry, Gibson.
Jesus.
It's funny seeing Kenny Dykstra back. Who else? Shane Helms with his chubby ass now. Let me see here. And these guys are they're like on air, but they're like also like they're agents. Yeah, oh yeah. Oh dude. Oh. Stop.
Lord.
Stop. I
Man,
can only get a Rex.
wearing a Yankees hat though.
First, you got to turn sideways to go through a door.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even think she can go through a door if she turns sideways.
No, it's good. I'll rub her down with Crisco. I'll be like, I'll make you my hot tamale, girl. Come here.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, I know. She's beautiful, dude.
She's single?
I mean, if you speak Spanish, she's single.
There are certain things in this life you can do. Fake a language, I'm really good at.
Yeah, but you can't go up to her and be like, hola, nacho burrito.
I can use cue cards, man.
Fair enough. Oh, you know what? I'll give you that. Oh, you know what? Okay.
I took a course one time on officer survival Spanish. And that basically came with 2 flashcards. And like I knew if it had exclamation points, you were supposed to yell it at them.
Yeah.
So
and if it comes around to it, there's always the whole chloroform with a rag.
There's always the old you just cock your weapon and I'd usually get them to shut up and sit down.
Yeah.
Speaking of shutting up and sitting down.
Speaking of Border Patrol.
Managers.
Gary Brugman.
They had a list of, and I totally agree. There was a lot of managers on there that. Wait a minute. What do we
say? One more time, Trey.
Our buddy Gary Brugman. You know he got his pardon from Trump, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I'm like.
The dude. A great guy, one of our Border Patrol guys from here in San Antonio.
Yeah.
He's going through some shit right now, man. He's actually got to go fund me out there. But yeah, he's having to have some lung treatments and stuff.
It's Mota.
So,
shit.
Yeah. So he's got
I didn't know that, dude.
A GoFundMe set up to help with some of the bills and stuff like that. So
let me bang that out really quick to somebody.
Yeah. Then do you have the GoFundMe link?
I can get it.
Okay, get the link. Get the link, and I'll put it in the description.
Okay.
Because he seemed like a really nice guy. Because I met him when I went to Whiskey Foxtrot.
Okay. So what do you do with Border Patrol?
Oh, I'm not on Border Patrol.
Oh, I thought you worked for him doing something.
I met Mota when he came into the office.
Yeah.
Came into the office like they were doing a Border Patrol thing. I think you were part of it. That they were doing something Border Patrol thing. And then he came in, and then like we hooked them all up, him and like all his dudes. Like we hooked them up. We threw him like a ton of shirts, mugs, coffee. It was a bunch of shit, dude.
I'm so happy I'm not alone on that one, because when I went to go see Chris one time, I went to go see him at work. He's like, yeah, come in. And he like handing like a bag full of shit. I'm like,
oh yeah. Dude, we used to like cops that would come through and stuff like that, man. We'd hook them all up.
Your one homeboy that had to retire, remember? The one that got all shot up?
Joey, yeah.
Joey
got shot in the face.
Yeah, dude. Tell Dave about that one, dude.
He was an officer there in Balcones Heights where the office was. And I was the manager, and if I'd have problems with, people around the building and shit, like sleeping in the bushes or, sleeping between our connexes or trying to break into shit, I'd call him directly, and if he wasn't on the road, he'd get a unit out there, as soon as he could. But which was usually within less than 2 or 3 minutes. But yeah, Balcones Heights is about the size of this apartment.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, they were pulling, they were popping people left and right, right and left.
Yeah, so
They
there was like this
would've messed
apartment
with us.
complex about 2 blocks down from the Black Rifle office, and they rolled up on a vehicle, and the vehicle, I don't know if the vehicle was stolen or if they knew the guy inside was wanted or something like that. But the guy ended up pulling a gun and hitting Joey like twice in the shoulder and once through the face or whatever, and then I think his partner got shot too.
And then they ended up busting those dudes like trying to cross the border into Mexico.
Yeah, they caught him trying to catch cross the border like 48 hours later or whatever.
Yeah, they were trying to cross over, and right when they got to the border, like the way Joy says, they got to the border, they were going to cross over, and boom, got him, son.
Yeah, I remember talking to a cop, getting my bow fixed up in, I fucking can't remember it was like a little town outside of Round Rock, like 2 hours outside of Round Rock, or an hour outside of, it starts with the L. It's like an hour away from
Leander.
Yeah.
Leander.
Well, there's a bow,
Jesus.
There's a phenomenal bow shop there.
Yes, there is.
It's a feed store, bow shop, gun store. And I that was the first one that I could see when I was coming into to do the attack. And I went in, helped me out. I started talking to a cop, and he said he was doing the riots down in Austin. And he said if he was 4 inches taller, because he was probably around about 5'5", 5'4".
Oh wow.
And yeah, you could see like a 22 like did a chainsaw across the window.
Damn.
Yeah, and if he was like a little bit taller, he would have been gone. But yeah, he showed me his vehicle and everything. It was atrocious, man. I feel for those guys.
Yeah, dude. I was a cop from 2006 to 2012, and dude, you couldn't pay me enough money to go back to it today.
No, you're not the only
There's
cop.
no fucking way.
I tried to be a cop, but they told me my PTSD level was too high, or my PTSD rating was too high. They told me just like that, because I tried out for SAPD and Bear County.
Damn.
And I passed everything, and they're like, "Well, you're a vet." Like, well, what's your rating at? Can you bring us a letter? I brought it, and they're like, "Yeah." And I'm all like, "Man, I'm only at an 80. Come on, bro. Come on."
No, I try to work with the sheriff's department with my dad, and they said that the sheriff that's been sheriff for a while wouldn't allow me, only because my dad's working there, and there's a conflict of interest. I don't think he liked my dad too much. I don't think he liked me. That
shit. My department hired all kinds of family.
Yeah, that's what's really weird. I know that's a lot of family members that are doing sheriff's department.
Well, that's the way it is in those parishes.
Straight
Ain't
nepotism.
Right? That's the way it is in those parishes, though, ain't it? It's like all family that runs like the fire departments and the PD and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. In Louisiana parish, there's a lot of places here in that family members get up, but you have to get like permission from the sheriff to do that kind of stuff.
Well, you got like Kerrville. Kerrville does that. There's other small towns that do that. But speaking of permission, Trey, I'm going to ask you something really quick.
Okay.
Top of your head, give me your top 5 managers.
Bobby the Brain Heenan, Jimmy Hart, are we talking about just managers or escorts?
Manager, that any manager that.
Yeah.
I like Pritchard as a manager when he was
Brother Love.
Brother Love, yeah. That was who came out with the Undertaker during his debut.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. That'd be my top 3. My favorite of all time would be fucking Jimmy Hart. I love the Mouth of the South.
That's still like $1 million
music for WWE.
What's that?
He's written so much music for WWE.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Madcap?
I still think $1 Million Man as a manager was really good. Ted DiBiase. He was a good manager.
I liked him more as a wrestler.
Yeah. Who WCW, the what you call it? Steamboat. That was a good one too.
Fucking DDP.
I
DDP
know.
was a manager.
He was a manager, but I didn't feel it that he was a good manager. Because a good manager, he's able to talk and you don't really see him want to get in the, because every time you'd see DDP, you see like a glint that he wants to get in there and beat the fuck out of somebody. But in my opinion, this is only my opinion. The manager talks because the other wrestler can't really emphasize stuff all too well. Paul Heyman, I'm sorry.
I mean, Paul Heyman's
He's the GOAT. I'm sorry. He really is the GOAT. I mean, I would have to see something like from back in the day or someone that's in the independent league. But I really like how Paul Heyman does his. Even what's his name? He was the general manager for a while for SmackDown.
Teddy Long.
Yeah, Teddy Long was great too.
Teddy Long was cool.
Mouth of the South was great too. I have to go with that one too. But yeah,
but no, I totally agree. Heyman's GOAT status, like.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead.
counter Heyman. I'm gonna counter Heyman with
Paul Bearer. Fuck.
Well, yeah, Paul Bearer, but I'm gonna counter Heyman with classy Freddie Blassie.
See,
damn,
you
it's
bring
that
shit
old
from like
shit.
Well, I'm a student of the fucking game. What do you expect?
I got that. You're gonna have to. Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. With classy Freddie Blassie, not only was he generational, like he went through this generation, that generation, that generation, but he was one of those that he was. Well, there was two of them actually. Him and Paul Ellering were Heyman's before Heyman's. Don't get me wrong, Heyman.
I just never saw him work.
Heyman is in my top 10. He's in my top 10. He's actually number 6.
I never saw him work, so
but my top five are classy Freddie Blassie.
Classy
the Grand Wizard.
Blassie.
The Grand Wizard. You had what was his Slick Rick. You had JJ Dillon and Paul Ellering.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send me some of the classic.
Here's the thing: is that like especially with Paul Ellering, like he was one of those, and that the 5 I gave you, or actually that's in no order. That's just my 5. Yeah. But he was one of those like with the Road Warriors, because he was the original Road Warriors Legion of Doom. He was the original manager. Okay. He took care of everything for them: their travel, their pay, where they stayed, what they were eating that day. He took care of all that.
Yeah, no, that's all too far back for me, man. If I saw those guys when I was a kid, I don't remember them.
Classy, you probably wouldn't have, because like when we were kids, like he kind of fizzed out a little bit. Do you remember the whole the WWF versus the Alliance gimmick?
Yeah.
When it was WCW, DCW against WWF?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. There was one, and dude, every time I see it, it still gets me. There was one where like all the WWF guys are like in a like a conference room, and they're watching promos, and like, no, this snap out. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna? Taker's all like, no, you know what? I know we gotta listen to this man, and they wheelchair in Fred. Oh, dude, Freddie Blassie, dude. Yeah, dude, it's one of those. It pulls you, dude, and he's all like, you're gonna stand up. You're gonna fight. This is our livelihood. Like, dude, like it's not a long promo, but it's one of those you're just like, damn. Fuck, dude. Like,
I think I've seen it before. I'm gonna look it up after this.
Like when Paul Heyman got in Vince McMahon's ass when he shot on fucking Vince on Live Raw, like it was one of those types of promos, like the Eddie promo with Brock. It's one of those types of promos,
Okay.
dude. Like, and that's the thing. Like, that's why, like, I'll send you links if you want. It's one of those things. Like, we're fans. We're all fans, but like, I know some of us do this. Like, because I've had to watch old tapes, old wrestling, old. You know, you had Mr. Fuji when he was a wrestler versus Kimo Nagasaki for a 75-minute time limit draw in Tokyo Dome.
Forgot
And then
about
they went
Fuji.
another 6 minutes, and Mr. Fuji wins.
Oh,
Fuji wins
fuck,
with
Mr.
Mr.
Fuji.
Fuji wins with a suplex.
I forgot about Fuji, dude.
Yes.
Okay.
That
See?
motherfucker was
Fuji.
funny.
And then of course you had Miss Elizabeth, you had Sherry Martel.
They were
Yeah.
valets.
No, they were managers, dog. No, because a valet was like Sunny.
No, I think Trey's right on that one. They were valets because no.
Because if that's the case, if we look at their job, what they did,
no, they know how to talk. In the manager aspects, they're talking for the wrestler. Miss Elizabeth never really talked.
if that's the case, Virgil was a valet.
Virgil was a valet.
Okay, see, but that's what I'm saying. Like, but Sherry Martel was a manager. First of
Okay,
all,
they were-
she could
okay.
wrestle.
The reason that she was handling his day-to-day affairs and shit, she was a manager by default because she was fucking the guy that she was managing.
Fair enough, but still, that bitch could go, dude. She was, dude. She left her husband and her kid, left them to go train to be a wrestler.
That's wild,
then-
dude.
Like, Sunny was a valet. Trish, no, I'm sorry. Well, originally was a valet.
Yeah.
Stacy Keebler, Dawn. What's that other bitch's name? Stacy Keebler's best friend back in the day.
China was a valet for a while.
Yeah, she was Triple H's valet before she got it mixed up. It got mixed
She,
up.
no. She was his bodyguard.
Yeah, yes.
That's how they worded it. She was his bodyguard. God,
That's
what was that one girl's name?
The ninth wonder of the world.
Was it not Lisa? Was it? It was the one that it was always Stacy Keebler and
Tony Robbins.
I forget who. It'll come to me. But anyways,
Some other
the reason
help.
why I brought that up is because I remember originally we're like, dude, because you sent us that one clip, they Madcap, and it was all like, it forgot all these awesome managers. And I'm all like,
Yeah. You're right, and you started like mentioning them, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yep.
like the greatest. And then one of the greatest managers of all, and I always catch shit for it, and I don't give 10 fucks. Kimchi, Kamala's manager.
Okay.
Kimchi was just one of those. You're like, oh,
You know what he didn't manage well?
Kamala's diabetes.
Diabetes, yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that, you fucker.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
All right. Well, we're gonna cut this episode. It's actually going a little bit longer for us. But I'm gonna let everybody know right now. If y'all are up for it, let me know. But I want to do what Trey suggested. We do a review of WrestleMania on WrestleMania. I found out that I have that weekend off. So, and I'm talking like it'll be a little bit of rushed on Saturday because I'll be getting off of work, but let's do it.
So we're gonna do like a live reaction,
Chino and I will probably be sitting next to each other.
bro.
Yeah, that's fine.
Bro.
Yeah, let's
I'm
do
down
it.
for a live reaction. Every other 3 million wrestling podcasts will be doing a live reaction too. But
Yeah.
we can also, because I know you really don't drink, Madcap.
Well, I can't
but-
really do that much. I'm probably gonna have to stop smoking here
So
for at
we
least
can
2
do a whole. I can drink. Trey can take a swig of near beer.
get my little zeros.
So we can do water that, and then it could be like every time there's a 2 count, every time that the fans keep chanting after the song ends, every time there's a surprise appearance.
Yeah,
Like,
that's fine.
those
I
games,
have other
dude,
ways
like,
to get inebriated. I'm just
Huh?
California sober.
oh well, I mean, do your thing, dog. You just can't show it on the tube.
Yeah.
Because I am off that weekend, and one of my buddies. Well, actually, no. That morning, I'm taking Candy and I'm taking 3 of our gay friends to the range.
That's in the morning, right?
Yeah, so I can't wait to see that because I know they're gonna be like, "How does this power?" Oh, I can already see that. I know I love them. I'm bullshit. No, we're gonna go to the range, but after that,
Get
like,
back,
I'm
terrorist. Get back. Get back, terrorist.
look at my assault dildo. Y'all are perverted.
You just bite the
But
corner
yeah,
of the
dude,
pillow.
I mean, if you want to, we can go over to the pad and we can, watch it over there with you, dude. If y'all want, if you and V will have us.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I'm dead.
But as saying that, I'm Mad Cat Dave.
You gotta say your name, stupid.
Oh,
Yeah.
so stupid.
God.
This week I am the sexy ass, fat ass Chino Reyes.
And Wheezy.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.